it's Andrew from Bitcloutlist.com here, and we've gotten a lot of messages and emails from people asking how to actually get started on Bitclout. So we're going to show you a quick little video that walks you through the entire setup process and a quick overview on the entire platform, and that should answer all your questions. So if you're new to Bitclout, this is perfect for you. All right, so when you get to the Bitclout page, the first thing you're going to want to do is actually create an account. Now, this is assuming that you're not one of the top 15,000 Twitter accounts, in which case that setup is a little bit different. But if you're not one of those people, then what you do is you go here and you just go to add account, and then you go to sign up. Now, if you're new to crypto, these 12 words they give you is what they call a seed phrase. And the seed phrase is how you're going to get into the account. Now, it's really important that you save down these 12 words. You can just copy it right here. That you save down these 12 words, and ideally you want to put it in a password manager, like a 1Password or a LastPass. But at the very least, just store it in a document that no one else will find, because this is how you get into your account. And most importantly, if you lose this, there's no way to recover it. So imagine this is your Facebook password that you set, but it's given to you, except you can't reset it and you can't recover it. Once you have it, then you're going to go on to the next page, and it's going to have you copy in those exact 12 words. And when you click next, your account gets created. Okay, so now you're in. Now, if you want to be able to update your profile, then you're going to have to verify and do what they call Get Started Bitclout. Now, all you have to do is you'd enter your phone number here, then you go on to the next page, then they'll send you a text, and then you'll type in the code that they gave you. And once you do that, your account will be verified. When you do that, you'll be able to change your username. Right now, you're given a secret key here, but you'll be able to change that into whatever name that you want. And you'll also be able to add a description, and you'll also be able to follow other accounts. But it is crypto, so if you do want to stay anonymous, you definitely can. Now, let's say that you did choose to not do that and you just kept it as the secret key. That's fine. This is going to be how you are identified if you do anything with any of the other accounts. Now, let's look at some of the most important features. So the thing that sets Bitclout apart from every other social network is the fact that you can buy coins. You can buy into the Bitclout ecosystem and buy the Bitclout units. The way that you would do that is you'd go to buy Bitclout, and it brings you to a autonomized platform over here. And what that does is if you want to send money in, then it lets you know that currently the price is $135 per Bitclout unit. You would just copy this Bitcoin address, and then you would send Bitcoin to this address. You can do it from Coinbase or Binance or from a wallet if you have one. And once you send the funds from your wallet to here, you will see it show up here. And this will increase by the amount along with the US dollar value. And then from there, you're able to buy as much Bitclout as you want, and it will deduct from the Bitcoin that you have here. So that's actually the feature here that on how you actually buy into the system. Now, once you buy into the ecosystem, you've got one of two choices. The first thing is you can just keep the funds here, and that's essentially a bet on Bitclout itself. Now, the way this pricing works is for every million Bitclout units that are purchased, the price will double. So just to give you some timeline on things, when this started, when the site first went public, this was about $100. And so since then, people have been sending more Bitcoin in and buying more units, and this has been slowly increasing. Now, the one key thing to note as this video is being recorded today, we are in, I'd say, late March, there isn't a feature to take out your Bitclout units just yet. So, we've looked into it, and the idea behind it was allowing the platform and the ecosystem to stabilize so this price doesn't essentially trade like a penny stock, right? So that it can stabilize so that people can actually use the platform to then actually invest in the creator tokens. Now, from my understanding, from what we've seen that there have been some OTC news and rumors that Bitclout will soon be on one of the exchanges. And so From our understanding, it is our belief that over the next weeks or months, there will be a way to liquidate these coins. All right, so that being said, if you have units into the ecosystem, then the other thing you can do is, the rest of it is just like a social media network, right? You can click into the other founders. These are the top profiles, and each of these people have their own profiles. And then if you go into a profile, and these are the top ones, and you click on here, it'll show you all the top ones. Now, the way this is ranked is similar to the platform. The more people that buy each of these founder tokens, the higher the price goes. And so if you buy some Elon Musk coin, it'll drive the price higher. If people sell it, it'll drive the price lower. And as you can see, since this opened up, people have been buying up the coins of these different founders. Now, it's really important to note that you're going to see a clock and you're going to see a check. So the clock means that this is one of the 15,000 Twitter accounts handles that were pre-reserved by Bitclout. And this just means that the influencer still needs to claim their account. Meaning that if you were Elon Musk, and let's say we click into his profile, if you want to claim your account, then you just go on Twitter, you tweet your public key, at which point the username gets transferred over to you and you're able to access your account. Now, the interesting thing is you can see how, if you go into the creator coin, you can see how people have been buying into this coin. And as they did that for all the influencers, they reserved a set amount of coins for the founder, which in this case it was Elon. And also there's a founder percentage, meaning that anytime someone buys, Elon gets a percentage of whatever someone buys. The standard is 10%. So over the last week, this has been accumulating to the point where if he were to tweet his public key on Twitter, they would give him access to his account, and in the account would be about $3 million worth of Bitclout units. So there is some built-in incentive for the founders to come and claim their accounts. Now, if you see someone like this where there's a clock, then the clock means that they haven't claimed it yet. And so if we look at someone like, say, Chamath, it means he's claimed it, which means that this is now within his control. He could take these 46 coins, he could sell them, and then it would convert into Bitclout units. So that's pretty much a rundown of the profiles. Now, what we've seen people doing over the last week is, there's a big ecosystem now. There's $160 million worth of Bitcoin that has been converted at least. And so people are, they're looking at which accounts they think people will verify. And as they're doing that, the prices are going up. People are trying to get in early. And the idea people are thinking is if Ariana Grande claims her account, then this thing's just going to go through the roof. Now, for your own accounts, you can also have your own units. And so if you look at, say, your own profile, let's say this is your profile here. If you were to go here and you look at your own profile, you'd have the option to buy your own coins and set your own limits and everything. And so you can do the exact same thing that the creators are doing, the pre-reserved creators are doing. You can also send Bitclout to someone else. And so if you go to your wallet, there's a public key. Now, everyone has one of these. And so this is the exact thing that these influencers here, if they take this public key and they tweet it from their Twitter account, they will then unlock their Bitclout account and also get access to their seed phrase that gives them access to this account. But for you, if you take this public key and you send it to someone else within Bitclout, or you take their public key and they send it to you, you can actually put someone else's public key in and send them as much Bitclout as you want. And so that's another way to transfer around funds within the Bitclout blockchain that they have built. All right, that is essentially everything you need to get set up and to get running on Bitclout so far. Again, if you want more information on who these top creators are and how you find information about that, you can always come to our bitcloutlist.com, and that will actually show you everything from people that are ranked all the way down to the top 1,000 users from highest coin price to lowest coin price. That's updated every minute. Most importantly, you can see recent accounts that were claimed, and even more important than that are the accounts that were verified. So if you get onto these, and we're doing this by the minute, right? So if you get onto the founder coins just as they verify or just before, then you're generally going to see an uptick in the coin price. No guarantees, but that's what we've been seeing. So a lot of people have been doing pretty well by looking at who's going to get verified and staying on top of that. We've got a lot of other functionality that's coming into play. We also have a Telegram chat. If you click into that, I think it's about 2,500 members strong now, and they're discussing all kinds of things from new coins, people that are dropping, rumors that they think of who's going to come on to the space, and just Bitclout enthusiasts talking about the space in a pretty interesting and informative way. So that's Bitclout list if you want to check it out. And that is everything. Okay, we'll release the next video when there's more developments or if we have more features or anything that we find interesting. But that should get you started if you're new to Bitclout. And welcome, and we will see you on the platform. Okay, guys, good night.